Hey, what's up, guys? This is DJ Dayvers. I'm going to do a beat juggle tutorial. I haven't made one in a long time, so I'm going to try to do an update on things that maybe I could pass along to you guys if anyone wants to learn how to beat juggle or get better or learn new styles or techniques. I'm going to try to make it as simplistic as possible and how I learn, because you know what's funny is that if you ask 10 people that beat juggle, and you'll get 10 different ways on how they were taught or how they learn how to do like the simple breakdown patterns, and then I guess we'll learn from there. So we're going to start off in using Notorious B.I.G. Kick in the Door. It goes like this. It's a pretty famous song everyone probably has in their Serato or vinyl that they could use. And after this video, if you want to start using that as well, you could mimic anything that I'm doing over here. Go for it. So it depends on how you cue it. If you cue it on the 12 or you cue it on 3, I prefer 3. That's how I learned back in the days, and I'll stick to that on the 3. And it depends also on where you start. I mean, I'm a lefty, so I naturally start with my left hand to the right. If you start with your left, or sorry, if you start with your right to your left, you can do that as well. Just have to mirror it. So if you can do like real-time juggling or real-time trick mixing, if you could get the proficient on that, like just keeping a metronome on your head, like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. If you just keep on beat with that, that's probably like the first step you want to do before you do breakdown patterns, like this. So if you can do that, I think you're ready for the next step. Okay, so the next step you want to do is you want to know the song, know the record, know the placements of all like the kicks and snares on the parts that you want to juggle. So I'm really just going to start in the beginning of the song. Can you identify where the kicks and snares at, and also corresponding to the clock? So let's try it. Kick, the first, 1 and 2 and 1 and 2. So kick, I see the snare at like 6 o'clock, right? Kick and snare, 1 and 2 and this will be 3 and 4. Kick, snare, kick, snare. 1, 2 and 3 and 4. Granted, there's no kick on this one, but I guess that the hi-hat replaces it with a kick and snare. Okay. So try to memorize where that part is corresponding to the beat or the song that you use. Well, here for the Biggie Smalls joint here. So I want to do is find my kick on this side. Cool. Now I'm going to find the snare on this side, on the right side, which is 6 o'clock. So I'm going to teach you guys pretty much the most simple, in my opinion, to do a breakdown pattern. So we're literally going to do 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2. And this is pretty much just muscle memory and just trying to map it out and just figure out on your head how, the timing of it. So once you get that down, then we can expand on it. So before we do on both sides, like the kick and snare on the breakdown, let's see if you can do it with one record first, okay? Let's try it with your left hand, and then you can do it with your right. Try to be proficient with it, like this, to break it down. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, okay? 1 and 2. If you want to like start from the beginning, like 1 and 2. Bring it back. 1 and 2. 1 and 2 and 3. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Okay? But let's just try 1 and 2. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and. So let's do it on this side now. Because you need both. You need to be pretty much like ambidextrous to do it on left and right. So here we go. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and. So get that down. Try to like work on that and make it super clean. Because if you got it proficient, you should pretty much do it this way.
This goes out to you. This goes out to you.
You can pretty much cruise with like the entire record doing that. So if you could do that and maintain like consistent and be on beat, then I think you should be good to go to the next step. All right, let's see if you guys got that down. I think you guys ready for the next step on trying to do a breakdown pattern. So let's find the kick on this side, 3 o'clock. Cool. Now let's find the snare. I think it's at 6 o'clock. Cool. So if you figured out the one and on your left hand, and then 2 and. If you could get that down, let's put it all together. Here we go. One and 2 and. One and 2 and. One and 2 and. One and 2 and. Okay. So practice that for a good 15-20 minutes. Get that dialed in. Try to be on beat. And once you get that done, we're on to the next step. Once you figure that part, the 1 and 2 and, now we could like find different parts of this song in order to have a little bit more flavor to, you know, a little secret sauce for you guys to like make it your taste. Here, let me just figure it. I'll let you know what I'm talking about. Here we go. Easy for me. More of a visual learner, you know. All right, here we go. So we're going to expound on the 1 and 2 and. Okay, 1 and 2 and. 1 and 2 and. Once that 2 and goes, let's find another part of the record that we could use. I guess you could say 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Okay. Okay, there we go. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go 1 and. This part will be the 2 and I'm gonna use the let's see, 1 and 2 and. On the and part of 2 and. There's a kick right here on the 2 and. Where he goes 1 and 2 and. I'm gonna use that as my 3 and then I'm just gonna repeat this. I'm never gonna. It's always gonna be on the 2 and. 2 and 2 and. Watch when I do it. 1 and 2 and 3. So with that, I showed you, I think, 3 or 4 different ways to freak that, lack of a better term. And then this always is consistent with the 2 and. And you can just use different parts of it, of this record. Watch, I'm gonna show you I could do it on, let's see. Let's try something else here. So I've just messed around trying to find different parts of the record on this. This stays at the 2 and all the time. I'm always going to repeat it. But that's just like the basic part of doing this. For this part, once you pretty much are proficient on doing a 2 and on like consistently on this way, on the side, you can always find other parts of the record to do the 2 and. Just to like change it up, you know, make it more to you know, more your flavor. So let's try it, okay? We'll just try to freestyle this. Pay attention to my right hand this time. Here we go. Sorry, messed up. So you can mess with that too. You can always find on the left side your 1s and the 1 and 3 and this side a 2 and 4 different parts of the record, and you just blend it, you know, make it how you want it. So hopefully, guys, you know, that helped out. I'm gonna do a quick demonstration. This is all free, so I'm gonna do improv on things you could do with this part of the record. So, you know, bear with me. Here we go. we're just gonna do one take, and hope you guys enjoy. Here we go.
This goes out to you.
Alright guys, so hopefully you got something out of it. That was just improv, you know. If I really want to work on it, I could actually make a routine out of it, but hopefully you guys could get something out of this, and you know, stay tuned. I'll make some other videos if by request, if you guys want any other types of patterns, because juggling, you know, you could do all types of juggling, real time, swing patterns, breakdown patterns, juggle with 45, all types of stuff, you know. But yeah, hopefully you enjoy, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Laters.